What's up, guys? I'm geeked. uh, we got to jump into this Taurus energy because something shifted, something happened. I was in the middle of another live stream, and Spirit said, I like where you're going. I like where your head's at. I like what you were tapping into, but baby, I just showed you the 10 of Pentacles. I don't think you realize. And I'm seeing the word inspired right here, which is so dope. It's right there, inspired. It's probably backwards for you, but the Spirit said, I don't think you realize what I'm telling you. I don't think you realize what I just said. The 10 of Pentacles, darling. So let's tap into that Taurus energy and tell me why, when the live stream got disrupted, I went to the editing section on the Tarot Live, and this Taurus title from an old reading came up from December, and it said money. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that's a sign that I got to do this. And I just felt it. I felt it. I was going with it, and I'm going with it, and I'm feeling it, because we all need to collectively jump into our Taurus energy. And what I mean by that is that we all have the energies of the zodiacs, and so you just need to jump into it. So right now, I'm a Taurus, you're a Taurus, we're all Taurus, because we all have second house. And that second house is representative of how we generate wealth, income, our career, finances, paying off bills, debt, money, Venus, Libra energy, Taurus energy. So let's jump into that bag. Let's jump into our bag. Let's see what more messages Spirit has for us. I'm offering $40 money readings, apparently, according to that subject line. So check out the description box. I put up the secret price for today, Saturday night special, for a general reading, questions included. Let me take this call 1 moment. It could be a fly on the wall, and then we'll get into your Taurus money reading, aka second house if you're a cross watcher. Hi, this is Dylan. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see what energies come out. 1 second. Yeah, I mean, I am seeing the energy of family here. I am kind of getting like a doctor type energy too. So it could have been that there was some sort of like ailment or something physically for the time, wrong with his son, as he said. Um, but I'm also seeing, coming out of that. Um, so yeah, let's see here. Let me see here. Um, yeah, I mean, I. Hmm, it's interesting because his energy is coming across as like very family oriented and like reunited with family almost. So, um, I'm not getting that the sending of flowers would be a great idea or a great move. Um, but as far as like the reception of it, I'm not really getting that it would be received entirely well. Um, it just comes across as like not necessarily needed. Um, so, yeah. Um, okay, let me see. 1 second. Um, I mean, right now, I just feel like he's occupied. I think eventually he will reach out to you. Um, I'm not seeing the ending really. So I just feel as though he's just preoccupied right now. I would take what he says at surface level, face value. Let me take a look for you. 1 second. I could see within the next 5 days here. The five of wands here. The wands represent days. So yeah, I could see within the next 5 days. Let's see. Um, hmm. I'm not getting like a call back if you call him. So I think he's just kind of trying to compartmentalize right now, is what I'm getting. So, because the tower card in the reverse is like a radio silent response. So, mhm. Okay, 1 second. Mm, I'm not seeing being awarded a new title or position at this time, to be honest. So, all right. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I think he's playing you. You know, I think that kind of that's the proof is in the pudding. Um, I don't know why you care so much. I mean, yes, there might be like egg on your face, but like it doesn't mean that you need to give him all this power. At the end of the day, you're just kind of facing your own emotions and anxieties. And I just feel as though, as someone that does spiritual work, you need to cut your losses and just realize that it's wrapped up in the wrong direction and the wrong focus. But the reason you're doing that is because you feel as though that this is somehow a reflection of your lack of, lovability, and that couldn't be further from the truth. This is just a reflection of him being a bonehead, and you just being a nice person that cares. But at the same time, you can't let that, kill you. You can't let that, you know, overtake you. Um, because you have to have more self love than care and concern for him at the end of the day. And even if he were to come back, you shouldn't want him to come back, because I don't care if his son's like, in like chemotherapy or whatever. If you care and respect for someone, regardless of how long you've known them, you could have the decency, especially nowadays, to pick up a phone and reach out and communicate. So the fact that he's not doing that in this kind of day and age where it's so simple, just kind of means that he's a little bit of a jagoff. So I wouldn't waste my time on him. I wouldn't waste my time. Not another second. So. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not the right. Yeah, that's not the right approach. So I mean, but yeah, I just feel like you're in too deep. Like you shouldn't care. You shouldn't even care to ask that question. Who cares? Because it's like, why? Don't hit the brakes. Hit the brakes on the questions. Hit the brakes on the feelings for this person, because or else you're just feeding into the same cycle, the same loop. You should cut him off. You should cut him out. So, moral of the story, though, it sounds like you guys rushed into something. It sounds like you rushed into something pretty fast, So, I would just have that be the moral takeaway. The lesson of it is don't rush into something so fast with someone because you're just going to shoot yourself in the foot. Put the physicality, put the emotion, put the passion, put that on the back burner for like the first 2 or 3 months. It's not worth it. It's not worth falling on your face. You know. So that yeah. So, but next time, for the next person that you meet and you come across, like, you know, don't be so quick to heavily invest emotionally and with the passions. Try to subdue those. So yeah, that's what I have. I know we got less than a minute. Feel free to add time, but other than that, yeah, I would just don't even worry about this guy, honestly, because he's not worth your time. I mean, the fact that he can't call. So, all right, thank you. Have a good night. Let me see what comes out. Okay, let's move to your Taurus reading. Okay. Let's redirect sales forward. Okay, so we're jumping in our bag. We're jumping into our Taurus energy. Like I said, it's about money, wealth, things that we value. It's about how we generate income. And for me, I categorize it as work, career, finances, paying bills, paying debts, all of that stuff as well. You just saw me take a live reading for one of my channels that I read for. So you get to witness that, see how I work a little bit. Also, I'm offering money readings, $40 money readings, and $8 super secret price for general readings. So if you're interested, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo below in the description. But let's see what messages come out for our money. Okay, and by our, I mean, you don't have to just be a Taurus in order to see what comes out, because this is pulling from the second house, and the second house is all about all those attributes that I mentioned: money, how we generate wealth and success, and all that stuff. So let's see, Spirit, what comes out. I started a live stream a second ago, but then it went faulty, and then it took me to this title that said Taurus money. I was like, well, maybe that's a sign I should do that live stream. It must have saved from a previous reading. But let's see what comes out here. And in that live stream that I started a second ago, that I had to end because my laptop crashed, we had seen the Ten of Pentacles. We were seeing leaving this negativity, finally seeing our direction, finally seeing the vision at this time, March 2023. Finally getting the blessing of the vision. The air and the energy was of walking through the fog of war, the smog, the chaos, the distraction, the illusions. But now you see how you're going to get it done, whatever it is for you. If it's debts, if it's bills, if it's this, if it's that. And that comes from a revisiting of something that you may have taken for granted, you may have overlooked, an opportunity that you thought wasn't going to add up to enough to cover your bills or your expenses or your debts. But that's not the case. Okay, so that's what we're finding, and we're realizing, oh wow, I could actually do this. I could actually, piecemeal this together and come up with something here. And I think I have the vision and I have the path now. So that's very exciting. Spirit of gratitude, I live on the highest possible messages. Let's get into that bag. Let's get into that energy, that second house Taurus energy. If you're a cross watcher, you're welcome. You don't have to be a Taurus for this reading. Just apply this to everything that we're talking about now. Spirit, more about that Ten of Pentacles, more about that legacy, that success, that generational wealth, that generational inheritance. Pentacles are finances, resources, things that we value, money, abundance, wealth. Let's see what comes out. Okay, you got the Ace of Pentacle here. So the Ace is about new beginnings here. Okay, so that Ten of Pentacle, the 10 is about a completion too. The Ace is about a new beginning. It's almost as if you finally found your roadmap. You finally found the trails and the ins and outs and the side streets and the expressways and all the avenues and the ways in which you're about to achieve what it is that you're setting out to achieve. But that 10 is a culmination. So to me, it's that big picture that you finally got. And that could have even come from working on the vision, visualizing. My favorite time to visualize is when I wake up in the morning and I fantasize and I have my eyes closed and I think, how much money? Crazy exorbitant amount, 500 trillion, because what's really getting the juices flowing is the feeling, is the excitement. That's what matters here. And so you're picturing, and me, I did an exercise where I pictured like a train, like just a decked out train, like a Harry Potter, Hogwarts Express type, and they had like all the trinkets and the candies and the cart service, and I like gave it a license plate number that the numbers were special to me, and like that was like my money train, and I just like focused on all the details, and I like envisioned like where I would park that train and who would be invited into it. And the reason I got that is because I was thinking about the number, the big number, right, with the zeros. And the zeros to me reminded me of like the box cars. And the number 5 on my crazy exorbitant number reminded me of the engine, the first train car of the entire train. And then the .00 reminded me of the caboose, the very last car. But what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to jump into that timeline of lavishness, of abundance, of exuberance, luxury. Okay, and the takeaway is that that's just a feeling, and you want to get into the habit of tapping into that excitement, tapping into that hype, the hype train, or that feeling that you get when you fantasize about that. So the 10 is the completion. So it's very apropos that we're seeing the Ace of Pentacle here in the upright. The Ace is about new beginnings. The Pentacles is about money, finances, resources. As we said, this is a new offer. This is a new beginning. This is something being given to you, a blessing, an opportunity. Okay? This is off of the back of something that you had to sacrifice or throw away, or something that you were wanting to move away from. And it ended up proving that you were capable of doing so. Of course, it takes time to phase in and out of certain cycles of life, but I'm seeing this newness coming from the roots of the old. Okay, the sacrifice, you see the image, it's a little bit morbid, but it's still, life is coming from this. An Ace of Pentacles, new offer, new opportunity. Okay. Spirit, tell us more. Tell us more. What do you have to tell us? Let's see. Money, keep in mind, money is a high frequency vibration, so you match it with your excitement. You match it with your exuberance. This is the Temperance card. Okay, this is about divine timing. There is a new opportunity coming in divine timing for you, Taurus. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's go a little bit to our categories. Let's go for current money. Current money. Spirit, what do you have to say for current money? Guys, if I get distracted, feel free to text message me, by the way. I'm going to put my number here. It should be in the description box. You can see my prices online, runningontarot.com, or if you're interested in the available $40 money reading, you could check that out, or the secret price $8 reading. So for current money, we got the Six of Wands in the reverse position. The Six of Wands in the reverse position. So I'm getting that your current money situation is tied up to your morality, okay? Because the Six of Wands in the reverse has to do with morality. It has to do with that which you firmly believe in. It has to do with that which you are willing to stick by and abide by. This isn't by any means, we're not talking OnlyFans. We're not talking drug dealing. We're not talking anything of a low moral standard or compass. Okay, so your current money is a reflection of the seedlings of you taking a moral stance. So it could be that you said no to that big job offer because you wanted the compensation in the form of lifestyle, okay? Not having to work for someone else. So it could be in regards to that as well. Anything else for current money, Spirit? Anything else for current money? The more of like a moral structure that you continue to inhabit, the more kind of well off you're going to be, is what I'm getting here. Okay. Anything else for current money, Spirit? Anything else for current money? Okay, the Five of Cups in the reverse. Sometimes this is an energy, this is a healthy energy of emotionally processing out and away from the past. Remember, we spoke to that kind of loading time, that processing time that it's going to take to initiate that new vision, that new compass, that new trajectory, that new path that you were given, you should have been given, or you will shortly receive that vision. Okay, I can finally see where I'm going. I can finally see how I'm going to make these ends meet. I'm finally seeing how I could continue doing what I've been trying to do here. Anything else for current money, Spirit? Anything else for current money? The Ace of Swords, reflecting. Okay, reflecting, thinking about your situation, not taking it for granted, revisiting something that you thought was not enough or, wasn't worth your time, and actually really kind of wringing out all that can possibly be attained or garnered from it. Okay, wringing out all of every last bit of juice, every last bit of drop from the fruit of that money tree. Okay. Anything else on current money? And then we'll move to the other category. Ten of Swords in the reverse, self-sabotage. So if you have, a sweet tooth for, spending money on clothes, shopping, luxuries, delivery, takeout, entertainment, things that you can show a little bit more discipline with, you want to get ahead of that. Ten of Swords in the reverse is about self-sabotage. Okay, so be mindful that you're not getting in your own way by not remaining structured and disciplined. You'd be surprised that, if, say, for example, you want to order some food, you got food at home, let me just jump on it, let me get ahead of it. 5-second rule, let me have that thought. Nope, I'm going to save money. I just saved myself $50-$60 that can then be applied to a bill or compounded by an investment in a stock or something like that. Speaking of which, let's go to assets. So when I think about assets, I think of property, things like that. I'm not a guru by any means in regards to that. Assets also typically refer to that which kind of generates streams of income for you, really. Anything that you could think of. ATM machine, vending machine, something that generates passive income. Property, rental property. Let's see any messages. And me, I got my white belt in any of that. I'm not the guru to go to, but I have it written down here. So I just want to see, who knows? Some of the viewers, they might be, way ahead of the game as far as actual kind of, assets, rental properties, and things that are generating money for them. Let's see what comes out for assets, though. And that's something that you might want to look into. 1 second, let me take this live call. Hi, this is Dylan. Okay. All right. Let me pick up the energy really quick. 1 second, I'm going to shuffle. Okay. Let's see. I'm kind of seeing a cold energy here with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is like a coldness, the coldness of emotion. I'm seeing moving away, maybe distancing yourself from this person. Um, Although it could be that maybe you do want communication or contact. Um, he might have other plans in mind. Okay, I think he might have a different vision for the connection, or he also might even be distracted with the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is about distraction, maybe not having his priorities in order. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here. The Eight of Wands in the reverse is no communication for now. The World card in the reverse is like incomplete chapters or cycles. So obviously with the child, you guys probably will come into contact again eventually, but because this isn't completed. Um, but yeah, right now let's see. I mean, this could be a time as well to invest in yourself, dive deep spiritually, because that's the first person you want to find is that connection with yourself. Um, Working on the best version of yourself, and I think so much. And oh, she didn't want she didn't want to hear that. That's crazy. Hey, but I gotta tell people that because really, truly, people they're like, I want to find someone. Like, find yourself. What are you, like 21, baby mama? You gotta find yourself. You gotta invest in yourself. You have to treat yourself like you are another person. You have to treat yourself like you are your baby. That's how it has to be. Like, hand on the heart. I love you. Thank you for everything that you've been through. Thank you for everything that you've got me through. Like, that's the real McCoy. That's the real deal Holyfield. You got to be like that with you. Because all those layers that you came from, infant, toddler, adolescent, teen, they didn't go anywhere. You just, layers of the onion grew around them. But that's still there. You have to nurture that. And I think we have it completely fucked up and twisted and ass backwards nowadays because we were all taught completely wrong, especially about like money and wealth and all that shit. You guys already know. If you're watching me, you already know. Okay, so let's see. She was asking about her baby daddy and, where he's at, where his mind's at. And it was like in the other direction. And now she's like, am I ever going to find anyone? It's like, you got to find yourself, sweetie. Not trying to talk down to you, but okay, let's see for assets. Let's see. So yeah, an asset though is really truly, I mean, look, you're talking at like the level 1 here, beginner. So when I think assets, I think of things that generate income for you, like ATM, a vending machine, a piece of rental property, a business. It could be brick and mortar, an actual store, a franchise. Those are assets, things that generate income for you. And yeah, you could talk about like your stock portfolio and those kind of assets. We'll get into that as well. Let's see what else wants to come out here. But think of not how to pinch a penny, but how to make a penny, how to make a buck. 4 Pentacles in the upper. This is about stability. Okay, stability of finances, stability of assets. Let's go more though. I want more, Spirit. Tell me more. There could be an opportunity here because this is very much so a spinning image of an offer. Okay, like that page energy. Someone is handing you something. It could be like a rental property. It could be some form of inheritance as well. Okay, a lot of people inherit, like a house or something like that. Strength card. Strength card. Let's see, how are we tying that into assets? So I see the lion imagery here. This could also be pieces of art, okay, pieces of music. If you do pottery, if you do glass work, if you do art, if you do tapestry, beadwork, selling your product on like Etsy or, things like that, furniture, things like, strength card is a very much so like capable, it's almost like a regal energy. It could be that you are operating or creating something at a high value, at a high level. And this person also kind of looks like Beyonce. So it made me think of like music, licensing something, a product, an invention, an idea. Oh my God, that's a big one. I think everybody's sleeping on that. Inventions, like think of like little dumb things just to get the ball rolling on like, think about what can accommodate you in your daily life that doesn't exist. I know everybody in here has had an idea of like, they should really have that. Like write that shit down and like break it up into a million different steps, a million different pieces. You saw those old school invention commercials back in the day when you were a shorty. You know that. Okay, Princess of Cup here. Princess of Cup. So this is more so, I think, along the line of like an NFT, crypto, which is what we'll get into as well. Digital currency, money markets, digital assets as well. That's taken a slump recently, but do your homework, do your research, and see what businesses and what structures have the market cornered, because that all the bigger companies are moving into that. Your Disneys, your Googles, your Microsofts, your Apples, they're moving into VR, they're moving into AI, the gaming and entertainment industry are always very lucrative in the future. So if you want to get into a corner of that market, if you want to create your own app, your own application, okay, write down, create a tarot app, something like that, tarot app. I currently read for a tarot app called Salvia. Check me out on there too. That's just the future, and they just incorporated in 2022. So they are like just beginning on that wave. Okay, the app, because people got the website, but they don't. I haven't really seen apps for tarot. So make a game, a board game. Okay, make a Google Play Store game. Shit like that. Get the gears. It can be fun and exciting. Thinking about assets. Thinking about shit like a bubble gum machine. You could buy a bubble gum machine. They have websites that like they will let you buy like a vending machine, and you make an income, you make a return, you keep it stocked and all that shit. Anything for crypto? I mean, obviously we can't really get detailed unless you're doing a personal money reading. $40, by the way, if you're interested. But let's see just about crypto. Spirit has any messages about cryptocurrencies? I know that's kind of taken a little slump recently. Let's see here. Guys, feel free to text me if I'm not seeing your message and you want a reading, because I'm not looking at the live stream. I don't want to be like super self-conscious. But I have a window open, but I'm just looking at a different screen. Five of Pentacles in the reverse for crypto. So this is more so like going within. This is more so going into bigger structures like Coinbase, Binance. Okay, being invested in those kind of like those holding companies, those housing companies that house the money market of the cryptocurrency. I know crypto.com is one, Coinbase, Binance. Okay, so just getting your feet wet, having your hand in the game, having a little bit of Bitcoin, something like that will go a long way. If you know nothing about crypto, the best advice that I could tell you is at least have a little bit of Bitcoin, because that's like the mothership of all cryptocurrency. So once you look into, like I said, Coinbase, Binance, crypto.com, those are like the household, and within them they have all the available cryptocurrencies. So Five of Pentacles is traditionally an imagery of going, it's outside of a church, but in the reverse, I know it as going within the church. So the Church of Crypto, going into the crypt to play on words. That's some crypt keeper shit. Crypt keeper shit. On some crypt keeper shit. Anyway, I'm losing my marbles. Stock. Let's see what comes out for stock. Two swords in the upright. Stock. So this is like a crossroads decision. You could be thinking, I don't want to stay in the market. I don't want to keep on investing. It is a crossroads decision. You're going to have to use your expertise, your intuition, your knowledge, your research. I know Fidelity.com has a really dope stock screener. You might want to write that down. Fidelity.com, and it's really easy to learn about stock. Some of the kind of search criteria, your PEG ratio, your PE ratio. It's actually kind of fun if you get the bug and you start to kind of do your own research and you're finding out what these different values that companies have and that people look for. So that could be fun to get into. Anything else about stocks? Two swords in the upright. Okay, star card in the upright. This is a wish fulfillment. So if you do have an investment, okay, it could be that something goes big, something has a little bit of a positive return or blows up overnight. I'm thinking like AMC or it could be a dark horse that you were invested in. And that suddenly overnight it erupts in a good way. Let's see. Let's shift to career. Anything else in career? So yeah, typically, investing in stock and crypto helps if you have a surplus of income, and you're not worried about necessarily losing it. And they're more of a long-term game. So it's not really a get-rich-quick scheme. It's more of a, hey, let me plant this, and then 20 years from now, I'll have something to show for it. Another thing about stocks is you want to invest in like an S&P 500, something like that. It's called an index fund, and what that is it takes the top 500 companies on the stock market. So Apple, Microsoft, Google, things like that, Pfizer, all that shit. And it invests your money in a little bit of a percentage of everything. And so, well, theoretically, it invests in that ticker, which has a hold in the top 500. So, but basically, point being is that something like the S&P 500, and that's the name of the ticker. So you could search S&P 500 and you could purchase a share in that. Over time, historically, it's always went upward. And also, historically, over time, that's always outdone the percent return comparably to if you were to just do your own trading with just one-off companies here and there. You will always outperform if you're invested in they're called index funds, meaning no one could ever really beat the market. Okay, so unless you're doing some like insider trading shit, which a lot of people are. I mean, a lot of these corrupt government officials, your Nancy Pelosi's and all your big businesses, they know when shit's about to boom or when shit's about to drop. So that's how they get rich. But for your common folk, it's better to just invest in the market, aka an index fund, like S&P 500, or Dow 500 or Nasdaq, which are the other different markets. I think Dow is industrial, and Nasdaq is technology-based companies. Let's see for career, anything that wants to come out for career, spirit. And so we're doing this for Taurus. I might make this a segment that I do. I'll just go live stream and, tap into either the money or some aspect of any of the other zodiac signs. But I feel as though money is always high vibrational and people love to talk about it and think about it. So it might just be another money series. I already have a March money series on the channel, so you might want to go back and check that out for your sign or cross-watch other signs, but however you like. So let's see, any messages for career, Spirit? Any messages for career? World card in the upright. Okay, this has been coming out thematically. This is about a completion of a phase or a cycle. This is about graduation. This is about passage from one way of doing things to the next way of doing things, which is very cool. And with that comes abundance. With that comes reward. So you're probably finding your focus. You're probably narrowing down, specializing. It's like you got your bachelor's. Let me go into a master's field. Master's degree. So getting that your focus, you're focusing, you're zeroing in. Okay. Before you had this energy of the Nine of Swords because you didn't have the complete vision. You didn't have the complete vision, but you were or you will be blessed with that vision. Me, I personally had that light bulb moment just yesterday, where I realized, if I do this more, I can do this. I can make this from doing this more than from doing this other thing. Like, fuck, I should have been doing that for the past 2 or 3 weeks. But I spirit or my higher self, I wasn't ready to have that realization yet. It literally happened yesterday. It was very cool. Basically what it was one of the apps that I read for. I realized that if I really work it, I could get a lot out of it. I didn't think of it at first blush when I first came across that opportunity. I thought it was just this isn't enough or whatever, but my eyes are open. And I think your eyes will open as well, because I think things happen for the creative collective unconscious in these big waves. If you're prepared, if your energy is prepared. And so this is what this feels. This Nine of Swords this feels like the past. This feels like outdated. This feels like before and after. World card is, I see it now. I get it. I get the vision. I get the image. Anything else for career? Anything else for career, Spirit? Okay, the Moon card. More is going to be revealed. More is going to be emotionally tied and affected as far as your career. But I'm getting good things. I'm getting things are going to be illuminated for you. Okay, things are going to be seen that you didn't see before. The Nine of Pentacles is coming out. This is one of the best cards of financial freedom, independence, abundance. The Nine is about independence. The Pentacles are money, finances, resources, as I always say. I think you got it going on. I think you're going to hit your stride. If you tap into that energy, you're going to hit your stride. Okay, it's all about momentum. It's all about momentum. I promise you. Keep up the momentum. Let's see. That was very cool to see that come up for career. Okay, let's see for how we generate income. It's kind of a catch-all phrase, catch-all category, but let's see how we generate income. Okay, Seven of Wands in the reverse. This is about being open. This is more so about being receptive to certain offers that are wanting to be given to you or made available to you. Something to be mindful of. Sometimes we don't give it its due credence. The High Priestess in the reverse. Okay. This is more so of what I was talking about writing things off. Saying, it's not enough. It's not good for me. Okay. Be mindful that you're not writing things off too quickly as far as what you can do or what you're willing to do to generate income. Okay. Anything else? Sacred Clown. This is the Fool card in the reverse. This is taking a leap of faith. This is jumping into it all. This is taking a calculated risk. And Spirit thinks that you could take more risks. Okay, so Spirit, I'm open to receiving a message about taking calculated risks. Let us know. what does that mean, or if there's anything else you want to say. Spirit. Six of Cups in the upright. This could be friends. This could be family. Tapping into them as clientele, as a resource. Reconnecting with something in the past that maybe you used to do or associated with money. It could even be a dream. It could even be, like I said, releasing music or something like that. I know there's a cool website called Bandcamp where you can sell your music. There's also NFT websites that allow you to make your music into an NFT. Okay. Five of Wands. This is about competition. Okay. This is competing. Okay. This says that you are just as skilled or as blessed or gifted as anybody else. It could be poetry. It could be writing. You could sell your writing, or publish a book, things of this nature. Something that you did with your past in your childhood. Okay. For me, it's music, guitar. I got my guitar here. It's poetry. You could do a rap album. We could do crazy shit. But it's definitely something that's connected to your past. That's what I'm saying here. Seeing here. Let's get debt. Let's get anything for debt, Spirit. Let's get anything for debt. I mean, aside from all the practical kind of viability of making sure that you're on your debt, making sure that you have smart debt, making sure that you're managing and using your credit cards in a good way, paying a little bit more than your minimums, things like that. Healthy debt. Ace of Wands in the reverse. No new action. Don't take on more debt is what I could interpret that as. Okay, work on paying off what you currently have. Don't take it so seriously. Like, some people believe it to be like a real thing. I mean, I guess the zeros and ones and numbers, yeah, but it's all a mindset as well, because the Ten of Cups is about being unhappy. And I think it's unhappy if you are like taking it so seriously and like a cloud over your head. The Hangman in the reverse, though, this is about changing the way you feel and look and think about debt. I'm not moving like I have this kind of cross, to bear on my back. I'm not flipping out. I'm chill. I'm relaxed about it. And that's what this kind of freed up energy is. This Hangman in the reverse energy. So not worrying it. That's a big one. Anything for bills. Seven of Pentacles in the upright. You got that money tree growing. Okay, you got that money tree growing slowly but surely. Don't compare. Don't contrast. Okay, Queen of Wands in the reverse is an energy of jealousy, greed, envy. Don't worry about what anyone else has. Okay. Lover's card in the reverse. This is coming out of some sort of connection or opportunity. It could even have been with an ex. Okay, maybe you split bills with them. Maybe you're finally just recovering. Maybe you're finally just, after the bad breakup or the divorce, you had to really scramble. And now you're finally, regaining your balance here. And it could be people are like, wow, they're very impressed because they're looking at you like the alien card. They're like, how the hell is this person doing that? And the truth is that you looked around and you put your resume out there, or you searched for something that you really wanted to do. That's how you were able to do it. You focus in on what was a reflection of you, or what was a part of you. For me, it's tarot, it's the esoteric, it's the spiritual, it's the magical. And you didn't scoff at it. You didn't write it off, Anything else for paying bills? Anything else for paying bills? Anything else for paying bills? I always say you want to chase your passion, your intellect, your curiosity, your God-given gifts, talents, and abilities. Okay? How can I serve others? And then the money comes, the blessings come. But I'm seeing that you got to hang on it. You got to you got to hold on it. Okay, with the Emperor in the upright. This is, I'm not getting that you're tripping at all. I think that you got to hold of it. You got a handle on it. I'm seeing that you are like in your power. Like, you may have cut it down to the wire, brought it down to the wire, but you pulled yourself from that nosedive is what I'm getting. The Prince of Cup is an offer here. So someone does see that as well. They see your value and your worth, and they're wanting to extend an offer to you. That's what I'm getting. Okay, but also I would say be mindful of those like false promises. Be mindful of those false offers because they could just be distractions as well. The Sun card is like, I'm good right where I'm at. I'm good here doing my own thing. I don't need any help. I could do it here and now. Grassroots is what I'm getting at. So that's me running through Taurus's energy. Thank you so much. I know I was a bit of a bull in a china shop, but let's end this stream, and I'll probably open up another stream in a few. Okay, I might take a break a little bit, and then I'll go back to my original stream, and then maybe I'll roll this out as a series for all the other signs. Could be money or could be other. I might make it money. I think people like money theme, money theme. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna jump on in a little bit. I'll let you boy, Peter.